Put your hands together for Tiki Tane and Te Pou o Mangatawhiri. And now, the Mega Man of the Mega Moment, multi-millionaire madman, folk hero, star of stage and screen, K1 heavyweight champion title holder, 3-time Academy Award winner and qualified veterinarian, Dr. Kim Dotcom!
He's asleep.
He's what?
He's still asleep.
What? It's his party. What are we gonna do?
We'll have to stall him.
Us? We just won free tickets to this thing. We've got nothing to do with it. I just wanted to see the River of Chocolate.
Is that what you think he does?
Yeah, runs a chocolate factory.
No, it's computers. Also, he builds computers. Yeah, that's it.
Well, our Charlie and the Chocolate Factory outfits are gonna look stupid now, aren't they?
Oh, I told you these costumes were a bad idea.
Well, it's too late. Let's just go out there. Okay? Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
my goodness, there's so many people here. I'm freaking out.
Dude, you're speaking into the microphone right now.
Do you think they can hear me?
They can definitely hear us and see us.
Okay, well, follow my lead.
Okay.
Hello, everyone!
Hello, Internet! All you boys and girls out there on the World Wide Web watching live right now, make some noise!
I feel like they'll be making some noise right now. I really do.
Impossible to tell one way or another, really, isn't it?
Indeed, indeed.
We are just a couple of nerds, just like you.
Yeah. Star Wars, right?
Yeah, video games, anyone?
Yeah. Virginity, I still have it.
And we are here tonight for
a reason.
For a very legitimate reason.
Which is...
And that reason is to teach you how to connect to the internet.
That was very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Step number one, you want to ask your mum if you can borrow her laptop computer. Yeah.
Then you want to use your mouse to double click on the internet. Am I going too fast here?
Slow down a little bit.
We don't want to leave anyone behind here.
Yeah, and then that's the funny bit. That's where you hear that crazy sound. It's like... And then, unless your sister, of course, picks up the telephone, you are, within like 10 to 20 minutes, connected to the internet.
Hey!
The world we live in.
It's truly amazing stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another thing that we know about the internet that
He's
we
up.
could...
He's up.
Okay,
He's
good.
up.
Thank
Okay, thank God
goodness.
for that.
Right.
Okay, and now put your keyboard hand and your mouse hand together for the man of the hour, Mr. Dotcom.
Yeah!
Wow. That's a lot of people. Awesome.
Well, that is nice. Welcome to the mega launch. Thank you all very much for coming. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions, so I will start my speech. I will keep it short, so later during the Q&A you can ask everything you like to know. Today is the 1-year anniversary of the raid and the destruction of Mega Upload. But I'm not going to go into that today. Just this, the allegations against us are wrong, we are innocent, and we will prevail. Sometimes good things come out of terrible events. For example, if it wasn't for a giant comet hitting Earth, we would still be surrounded by angry dinosaurs. Hungry too. If it wasn't for that iceberg, we wouldn't have a great Titanic movie, which makes me cry every time I see it. And if it wasn't for the raid, we wouldn't have Mega. The launch of Mega is not about mocking any government or Hollywood. This is about our right to innovate and start a new business. What we are offering is a smarter, faster, and more secure way of cloud storage. And we are fully assured by our legal team that we are in compliance with the law. We also like to open a new conversation about the future of internet freedom. The issues surrounding the unlawful seizure of Mega Upload and the destruction of our business have opened up an urgent and ongoing political debate. The internet belongs to no man or industry or government. I am convinced that the internet is the key to the betterment of mankind. Yet I see several large corporations and governments practicing legal warfare through the misuse of copyrights in an attempt to take control of the internet and chill free speech. Let me assure you that it is profit that motivates certain large corporations in the content industry to strangle internet growth. These attempts to rule the web are against innovations, and they have to stop. We know about the misuse of copyrights firsthand. Our company and assets were taken away from us without a hearing. The US government did this secretly, without notice to us, and without our ability to make any argument in front of the judge. The privacy of our users was intruded on, communications were taken offline, and free speech was attacked. Let me be clear to those who use copyright law as a weapon to drown innovation and stifle competition. You will be left on the side of the road of history. No matter how many politicians you lobby, no matter how many sopas your money puts together in Congress, you will not succeed with your attempts to take control of our internet. During the past year, we had great support from New Zealanders. You have reached out to us, and your voices have empowered us. The New Zealand legal system has given us our lives back and is beginning to hold the government accountable for the illegal things that they did to us. Our case is bigger than us. When we win, not only do we protect our rights, we will protect the rights of everyone. I want to take this opportunity and thank all New Zealanders for your support. I also want to thank the media for reporting about our case. And I also want to thank everyone else worldwide for your support as well. Today is the anniversary of something horrible. But now it is also the anniversary of something wonderful, which leads us to why we are here. It is the launch of Mega. And as you know, we learned a thing or two about privacy intrusion this year. It motivated us to make a state-of-the-art privacy cloud storage service. Why did we emphasize privacy? And this is important. According to the United Nations Charter of Human Rights, privacy is a basic human right. But it has become increasingly difficult to communicate privately. More and more companies are collecting data about you and your behavior. On behalf of the content industry, ISPs are inspecting the data you transfer. Hosting companies sell decommissioned servers and hard drives with your data still on it. There are countless examples of privacy abuses on the internet. The US government is investing billions into massive spy clouds to capture all your data and communication, completely ignoring your basic human right for privacy. The government's point of view might be, if you haven't done anything illegal, why would you care if the government captures all your data? Well, my point of view is this. If I'm not doing anything illegal, why is all my data being captured? Some of you may have nothing to hide, like John Banks, for example. But most people do have something to hide. They hide many things, even from their closest friends and family. Privacy is about much broader values than just hiding things. It's about the human need for refuge from the eye of the community and the importance of maintaining the balance of power between individuals and the state. Mega believes in your right to privacy. Mega has developed technology that keeps your data private and safe. Mega will support an ecosystem of third-party privacy applications born from our new technology. Ultimately, more and more of the internet will be encrypted thanks to Mega. And by using Mega, you say no to those who want to know everything about you. By using Mega, you say no to governments that want to spy on you. And by using Mega, you say yes to internet freedom and your right to privacy. This morning at 6:48 a.m., Mega was launched, and I don't have exact statistics for you, but I can tell you this. We had over 1 million visitors on the first day, within the first 14 hours of the launch. We had over 500,000 registered users in that short time frame. So I can tell you already now, Mega is going to be huge and nothing will stop Mega. Woo! That is not bad for a small Kiwi startup.
This is a crime scene and an illegal gathering. You are all being detained. Nobody move.
Stop this madness. Let's all be friends.
Flashing lights ignite the night in flames. Sounds around the room and then your brain. Now everybody jump, 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 jump. And pump your fists like this. And pump your fists like this. Detroit goes to Pierre. Higher and higher to fires everywhere. Now everybody jump, 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 jump. And pump your fist like this. And pump your fist like this. Now everybody jump, 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 jump. And pump your fist like this. And pump your fist like this. I came to take you higher.
Woo! All right, that's nice. That's nice. Did you have fun? Yeah! You all got rated. So I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. So, you know, there are FBI agents all over the place with microphones. So you just, you know, raise your hand when you ask a question. So I like to invite on stage Matthias Ortmann. He is our genius and CTO of Mega Limited. Can you go here? Hey, well done, man. I also like to invite Bram van der Kolk, our lead programmer. There he is. Hey, Brahmi. How you doing, man? Well done. I also like to invite Finn Batato. He is our head of marketing and overall nanny for everybody. He helped us so much during this hard time. Hi, Finn. These are the indicted. And then we have Tony Lentino, who is who is our CEO of Mega Limited. There you go. Hey, how you doing, man? And then we have Ira Rodkin, who is our US-based lawyer. Hey, Ira, how you doing? And then we have Bob Amsterdam, my international human rights counsel, because, you know, unfortunately I need a human rights counsel now with everything that's going on. So Bob, thanks for coming. And, you know, make yourself known that you want to have a microphone and someone will come to you and you can ask questions.
And by the way, you can ask anybody up here a question. So not just me. If you want to know anything from any of these other guys, please go ahead and ask them. And please tell us who you are.
Kim, Ricardo Simic and Andy Pickering from Herald on Sunday. Congratulations.
Hi. Thank you.
I was worried about the new customers. How can you guarantee privacy this time?
Yeah. Well, of course, we will understand that some of our customers will have concerns because of what happened before. And there will be some who say, hey, we wait a little bit and see what happens here before we sign up and become customers. But there will be the early adopters, and there will be those who try it out. And I think once they see how great Mega is, the word will spread quickly and more people will sign up. And I'm actually more concerned about how I can manage the current growth, because there are so many people signing up. We have a massive server park, and it's all under so much pressure. So, I think we don't have any problem with sign-ups at the moment. Yes?
When do you expect other features of Mega to launch, like Megabox?
So Megabox is still under development, and I think it will take at least another 6 months before that site goes live. I'm a perfectionist, and I'm not going to release a product that I'm not 100% sure of. And Megabox still needs some improvements, but it's going to be an awesome site. It's definitely going to change the music industry, because it finally gives the power back to the artists and back to the creators of content. You will not require a middleman to sell to your fan base, to your customers, and artists get to keep the lion's share, meaning 90% of all revenue for themselves. So they can manage their creativity the way they want, and they will not be dictated by anyone to tell them how to do things because they are signed with a label. So I think it's going to help the creative industry quite a bit.
Hi, Siobhan Keogh from PC World.
Hi.
Hi. Why do you think that you're safe this time around?
Well, first of all, this new startup has been scrutinized by lawyers, I think like no other internet startup in history. Every single pixel of this website has been checked for, some kinds of issues. Our lawyers assure us that we are fully compliant with the law, so I don't think that we need to worry about any kind of takedown anytime soon.
Hi, Michael Foreman from Computer World. If you succeed in making encryption mainstream, don't you think there might be some kind of backlash about that, like legislation to prohibit or restrict encryption?
Yeah, well, as I said in my speech, your right to privacy is a basic human right. It's in the United Nations Charter of Human Rights. So, I think it will be difficult to outlaw encryption.
This is actually a question for Ira. Ira, when Kim first came to you and said, I want to do another website, I want to start another business, obviously still faced with all the legal action that's continuing, what was your initial reaction?
The initial reaction was two things. One, it seems like a good idea, given how long this case is going on, given the notion that he's innocent until proven guilty and has the presumption of innocence, and given the notion he needs to make a living. And so when we're looking at this, it seems like a good idea. He should be able to participate in technology and to be able to innovate. Of course, we then had to see whether or not we could do it legally. And so when these two things came together, then Kim went ahead.
Do you expect Mega to be a Dropbox killer?
Oh, there's so much demand for cloud storage. I think there can be hundreds of competitors and they can all do well. There will be some people who just don't want encryption, who don't care about it, and who are happy with Dropbox and they are used to it. So I don't want to see myself as a killer of anything. I'm not in the business of killing things. But I think that beside Dropbox and some other competitors, we are going to be an important company. We are going to innovate and create cool new tools over the coming months and years. And we expect this to be a very successful business venture. And ultimately, we hope to list our company at the New Zealand Stock Exchange. Thank you.
Hi, Ben here. Just wanted to quickly ask, will content storage turn into content delivery?
That's already the case. So, we hope to have partnerships down the road with content producers, software developers, and become their option of distribution because, you can transfer very fast, you can transfer very safe from and to Mega. So ultimately down the road, that's definitely one of our goals, to become a distribution hub for content creators.
Ben Smith, the Institute of IT Professionals.
Oh, hi.
Firstly, thank you for putting on the event for us all tonight. And secondly, congratulations on the launch of Mega.
Thank you.
I've got a bit of a two-part question. How much of the development work of Mega was done offshore And with the expansion of Mega and the Mega Empire in the future, how much do you think you'd utilise the New Zealand technology labour force and local software houses for any future development?
Okay, that's a good question. So the primary work on the new Mega was done by these two gentlemen, Matthias and Bram, in their house in Orakai, in a small room with a nice view, though. And we had developers as well in Portugal, in the UK, in Brazil. But the primary architecture and everything that keeps this core functionality together is from these two guys. Regarding our plans in New Zealand, Mega Upload had 220 employees worldwide when it was shut down, and all these employees have lost their jobs without a further payment. And some of them have moved on to other jobs. You know, of course, they can't wait for us to resolve our issues. But we are going to hire all of those that want to come back to us. And in addition to that, we want to hire staff here in New Zealand. We are a New Zealand company. New Zealand has been very good for us. The people here, they saw that there's something wrong, something fishy about this whole case. And they have been supportive of us. And we want to give back. So we will be hiring New Zealanders here. We want to have customer support out of New Zealand. We'll hire developers in New Zealand, web designers. So over the coming years, we expect to, hopefully create a few hundred jobs.
Hi, I'm Charlie here from wanderlusters.co.uk. You recently posted a picture to Twitter regarding Mega Movies. I just wondered if you might tell us a bit about that.
Okay, so Mega Movie is a website that we have developed before the raid happened. And we were in the process of, talking with Hollywood executives to license content from them and start a Netflix competitor. Unfortunately, it never came to it because the raid happened and we were taken offline. But we had meetings with, Hollywood producers. We engaged, in early talks, and we wanted to combine the Mega Movie offering with this Mega Key, which allows users to get content for free in exchange for installing a small piece of software that basically allows advertisers to get a little bit more direct to you, and they are willing to reward you for that because it's your eyeballs, you are looking at all these ads, so why shouldn't you have a benefit? And the idea was that you can get content for free as long as you have the application installed. Unfortunately, we never got to actually have any meetings. But the very interesting thing here is we were all going to be in the United States in August, the same year of the raid, the same year all of this happened. We had the house booked, we had the flights booked, the FBI was checking our emails, so they knew that all of us are going to be in the US in August. But they decided to come here and do this raid and drag New Zealand into this in January. There was no need for that. They could have just picked us up from the airport. So that is something that nobody knows yet.
Hi, Kim, Toby Manhyatt.
Hi.
Do you think that the volume of registrations this morning sets a new record for a startup? And do you think it's fair to call it a startup, or is it more a reboot?
It's definitely a startup because the code has been developed from scratch. Nothing that was Mega Upload is now in the new Mega. Everything is brand new. And regarding the launch and the amount of people that signed up, let me tell you this. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I've done a bit of PR and, got a bit of attention. That certainly helped, but I never expected it to be like this. 250,000 user registrations in the first 2 hours, I think, is unheard of, and I wouldn't know of any other startup, especially a Kiwi startup, that has this kind of early success.
Kia ora, Kim. My name's Nick Singh from Deaf Ear Events. My question is about students and young people, particularly how the country moves forward socially. What could the students or young people expect from Mega? Because you're into music yourself, and you've got a big interest there. Would you mind explaining, or maybe even Finn might know something?
Well, look, it was always my goal and my ambition to provide a platform for young people to share knowledge, exchange information, educate themselves, and have access to contents that will further their development. And the new Mega is going to be just like that. I mean, I hope that more and more students, especially also here in New Zealand, are going to try it and use it for whatever requirements they have with their education and so on.
Hi, Kim. Dylan Reeve from Discourse podcast.
Hi, Dylan.
I'm just curious, is there anything you're planning to do with the new Mega to prevent it being abused in the way the old Mega Upload allegedly was?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and this is important for everyone to understand. They are trying to blame us for an internet phenomenon. This wasn't a Mega Upload phenomenon, that there was piracy on Mega Upload. You can ask any ISP that connects users to the internet, how much piracy traffic do you think you have on your network? And anyone who will tell you less than 50% is a liar. On the internet, piracy is so common that every internet company has to deal with the same issues. It's not just Mega Upload. On YouTube right now, you can find more copyright infringement than you would ever find in the history of Mega Upload. If you go to Google right now and you want to find an album from Madonna or the Transformer 2 movie or something like that, you will instantly find a link to some website that has that content available. So why are these guys not in jail? Why are they coming here to New Zealand, rip me out of my house, when everyone else has to deal with the same issues? And they can't blame me for the actions of third parties. See, it's important to understand that Mega Upload was a dual-use technology. You can use it for good things, and you can use it for bad things, okay? If someone sends something illegal in an envelope through your postal service, you don't shut down the post office, If someone speeds with the car he just bought, you don't go to the car manufacturer and say, we're shutting you down. And that's what happened here with Mega Upload. You can't make us responsible for third-party infringement. Yeah.
We do love you, Kim. Kim, Rick and Andy from the Herald on Sunday again. Speaking of Hollywood producers, which studio, so a staged question, which studio would you like to tell your story?
Oh, you mean...
and while you answer that question, who will play John Key, who will play John Banks, and would Gerard Duperdeau play you?
Okay, the people who will play John Key and John Banks certainly need to have some memory loss issues, right? That is important so that they are believable in their roles, right? I don't know if there's ever going to be a movie, I have no idea. I haven't been approached. I'm going to write my book really soon and hope to finish that probably by June or July. And then we'll see, if someone wants to make a movie, I'm game.
Hi, Kim. Alistair Thompson from Scoop Media over here.
Hi.
Hi. I'm wondering whether the GCSB spying on you was part of the inspiration behind Mega and the privacy issues.
Yeah, it's a great part of the motivation behind it. Because, before all of this happened to me, I was living in this happy bubble. I didn't know about spying. I didn't really care too much about it. And when this happened to me, I started doing my research. And it's unbelievable, the large-scale spying that is going on today. And once I realized that, I was like, wow, how can that all be legal? Where are our rights to privacy? And that's why we were motivated to develop this product.
As you know, the Prime Minister says that he didn't know who you were, or
Nah.
that you lived in this neighbourhood or anything about you until the 19th of January. Where there's a lot of disbelief in that assertion by the Prime Minister in New Zealand, I think.
Yeah.
And you've suggested on several occasions that you have evidence that that's not the case.
Yeah.
Are you going to produce that evidence publicly shortly? Or?
Yes, I mean, we will have our extradition hearing. And, at the end of the day, the Prime Minister is the boss of the GCSB. He is supposed to know these things, okay? If he didn't know, then he didn't do his job. But we know he knew more than he is willing to admit. And if it ever comes to an extradition hearing, we will present our evidence there. Because the political interference element in this case is quite enormous. You don't have a raid like this. You don't have spy agencies go after you for copyright cases unless there is a desire on the very top for that to happen. Yeah.
But hey, just a laser guy. The question is actually for the threesome here, Bram, Finn, and Matthias. Now, Kim and Mona, you chose to come to New Zealand and chose to make it your home. And I hope that from now on, you'll only love it more and more, because I love it here, and I'm very grateful that I chose to make New Zealand home. But the three of you did not actually come here to stay initially. You kind of got stuck here, if I'm correct. A year on now, are you finding it more welcoming, and are you enjoying your new life in New Zealand? And would you like to stay in New Zealand?
Well, I liked it always in New Zealand. I was visiting Kim quite often, and I really don't have a problem with staying here at all. Well, of course, if your passport is taking away all your assets, of course, it's a bit frustrating, but still, the country is nice. The people are super nice. I have a new life here now. Still, we would like to travel a little bit. Let's fix that case first, and then we can, have a little holiday in our ex-home country. And well, I'm feeling home here. It's because of the nice people and the beautiful country. And I'm not even if I get my passport back, I wouldn't just disappear, right, baby? We can stay a little.
Yay.
In my old life, in my pre-indictment life, I was traveling the world, and it's quite a change of lifestyle to be grounded all of a sudden. But I think this is one of the best places in the world to be grounded at, and I like it here, although I have the least connections to New Zealand of these three guys.
I actually decided to move to New Zealand before all of this happened. So I was already living in New Zealand for half a year and already had residency. So, and I'm fortunate enough to have my wife and my child here. So I'm quite comfortable. Love you.
Yeah, now that you say love you, I just want to say one thing. Our wives have been totally amazing. Baby, you have been so strong through all of this. Thank you so much. I love you so much, and we'll get through this together. And you are the best mommy and the best wife in the world.
Hi Kim, Owen from the Next Web here. First of all, what will you do if somebody reports they have a problem with something that they've found on your website, like a copyright infringement or whatsoever from a Hollywood studio?
Yes. So we take things down, right? Okay. If we receive a takedown notice, we will take things down. That's the requirement by law. We are a good corporate citizen. We have done that with Mega Upload. We went even further than what was required by law by giving content owners direct delete access. And you know what? They wrote us emails and said, wow, great, you guys are awesome, thank you so much. And then they stab you in the back by indicting you and wanting to extradite you. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But we are going to take things down if they are reported to us, that's for sure. Maybe Ira wants to say something as well, or did I answer that?
You answered it very well. And there's a very robust DMCA takedown policy on Mega. There's also a automated form, so it very quick process. And there's also an email address, so it meet or most likely exceeds the industry standard for takedown mechanisms.
Yeah, that's it. The other quick question is, do you think Hollywood and music companies can ever change to conform to your model of selling, or do you think they'll just keep fighting you?
Think about this. You have a company like Google that is the most valuable internet company, and they make no content. They are just linking to stuff. If Hollywood would come together to create an internet business where they make their entire catalog of content available, they would be the largest internet company in the world. The guys are just not getting it, you see. And if they want to try that and understand how they could achieve that, they can always pick up the phone and call me. Because, I don't want to go through this entire mess and waste my talent and my innovative capacity on fighting a meaningless, useless case like this. I would prefer helping the industry to make that happen, because there are so many opportunities that they don't see. The internet is the future marketplace, and it's going to become more important and bigger every day. And the internet is about now. It's not about you get this stuff 3 months later, or it's not available in your country. As long as you have this kind of attitude, you are getting nowhere on the internet. But once you start opening up and making it available to everyone at the same time at a fair price, working on all devices, you will see that they would be the largest player on the internet, because they have what everybody wants, their content.
Paul Spain, the New Zealand Tech Podcast, and Mashable.com. Mega's been likened to Dropbox. Now, Dropbox isn't known as a service that's used for the mass distribution of copyrighted materials. Is Mega going to be in a similar boat to that, or is it going to be similar to a service where a file is uploaded and then will be downloaded thousands or tens of thousands of times by a broad audience across the internet?
Well, see, the thing is, you can't really go and limit the number of downloads, because if, let's say, a new artist wants to have a viral success, let's say he releases a song and it's being picked up and it all of a sudden it spreads virally over the internet, imagine how frustrating it would be for that guy if after 1,000 downloads it just stops. So there needs to be a medium where you can access content in an unlimited fashion. And you can't restrict everyone in the world because of the interests of an industry group, you see. You need to be able to share your work with the world without limitations. And just because there is copyright infringement doesn't mean that you should end that capacity. People need it, and it's important for the internet, and we will keep it that way.
The pricing structure seems to include an amount of storage and amount of traffic. Is that for the end user's downloads or uploads? If someone downloads something that you put up there as a musician 10,000 times, does that count against the limit for the musician or the limit for the individual people that are downloading that material?
Yeah, so here's the beautiful thing. It's for both ways, right? So you can basically turn any mega link that you have into a hot link, which means everyone can download it with maximum speed without having to sign up, without having to pay for it, and it's then deducted from your bandwidth limit. So if you use Mega, it will be very hard for you to ever run into these limits, because we are very generous.
Simon Mersep from Radio New Zealand.
Hi.
You mentioned the extradition case a little earlier.
Yeah.
If it does fail, what action or redress would you want to take against the New Zealand government?
Let me say this. I want to find a diplomatic solution. I have said it from day one. I wrote an open letter to Hollywood. In every interview, I'm letting them know, you don't have to do this. It is going to be embarrassing for you if you continue, because we have everything to show that we have been a completely legal operation. And at the end of the day, it's, the best thing for all parties to resolve this, because no one in the public wants this. The society doesn't want this. People out there, when you read a story about what happened to us, 90% of the comments are, what the hell? You know, what are you guys doing? It's so unpopular. It's stupid for them to proceed with this. And I think the wiser thing to do is to start now a dialogue that is going to solve this problem once and for all. The war between Hollywood and the internet and innovation, you see. We can close this whole chapter by just sitting down together and finding a way out together.
If the Prime Minister was here right now, what would you say to him?
Not much, because he wouldn't remember tomorrow. Sorry, I'm just kidding. No, let me answer this, okay? I have no hard feelings. I'm a reasonable guy. If he comes to me or anybody comes to me and wants to sit down with me, I will sit down. And I will not have any unreasonable ideas. I want to move forward with my life. I don't want to be stuck in this situation. And I don't want to harm the government, and I don't want to hurt anybody. You know, I just want to have a dialogue so that everyone can realize that there is a solution to this that doesn't require this kind of aggression and force and shutting things down. You know what I want? Is that megaupload.com comes back and that users get their files back. You know? That's the right thing to do.
So tonight, are you ruling out compensation, seeking compensation against the government?
Well, I've said in interviews before that it's not my desire to sue the New Zealand government, because at the end it's you guys paying for it, okay? But what I do want to say is, if there is no resolution, the people responsible for this action against us, the illegal action against us in the United States, will of course have to deal with us suing them ultimately. You know, they can drag this out and it can take a long time and it will be a back and forth of, media and court wars. But in the end, they can't win it. And when it comes to that, it's going to be very expensive for them. So, I suggest let's just sit down and find a solution where everyone saves face. It's a win-win-win. I'm ready to talk.
Chris Keel, NBR. Over here, Kim.
Hi.
Hi. Good luck with the new venture. I think you made a lot of strong points about where media is inevitably going.
Thank you.
But just looking back to Mega Upload, a key point of the indictment is that you paid uploaders cash incentives instead of the artists or the labels.
Yeah.
With Mega, you've spoken about sharing ad and other revenue with artists and labels.
Yeah.
Would you also have payments for uploaders again, or would you say now that was a mistake?
I wouldn't say it was a mistake, because other companies do it as well. You offer rewards in order to attract more use of your site, but in our case, it wasn't about attracting piracy. And the one important fact that the Department of Justice did not mention in their indictment, or to the judge or to the grand jury, is that we did not pay out rewards for files that are larger than 100 megabytes, okay? No movie, no TV series can fit in less than 100 megabytes. So when they are claiming that we paid people for uploading movies, that is just a blatant lie. That never happened. What also has to be said is that you could not have an anonymous rewards account on Mega Upload. You had to be a premium customer. We knew who you are. We knew your payment details. How stupid would it be for you to use us for something illegal when the trace back to you is so easy to make, you see? So we have done a lot of things to make sure that our rewards program is not used for copyright infringement. And unfortunately, that message never got through to anyone in the court system or the grand jury, because they just wanted to shut us down. They didn't care about these little details, which are really important. Have you ever downloaded a movie that is less than 100 megabytes? Yeah, because it doesn't exist.
very comprehensive answer, Kim. In terms of, you've spoken about the importance of privacy in an age when governments have been more and more invasive. You probably saw an article on Torrent Freak today that took your own privacy policy apart and said it was very invasive, and you are collecting or proposing to collect an awful lot of information about people who use Mega.
Talk to these guys.
Yeah, I'll talk to these guys.
I think they can answer that much better.
The URLs they're coming from, a lot of other information, and even things like the right to sell it to debt collection agencies. Can you explain the thinking behind that? It doesn't seem very private at all.
Okay, there isn't anything in the privacy policy regarding selling it to debt collection agencies, but the privacy policy is made up of two parts. The two parts are, number one, the most private content you could possibly find on the internet, which is the encryption technology. And number two, user information. When you have the most private encryption and for content on the internet, it takes the stress off the information about users. But we didn't stop there. We made the user privacy policy one of the best in the industry. Take a look at some characteristics of it. Can't sell any of the information to any advertisers, third-party advertisers. The information that's provided, the personal identifying information that's provided, is only used by the Mega service in order to be able to run the service. And so the issue maybe that's being misconstrued is that there is a small part of the privacy policy which says the really obvious thing, and that is, hey, look, if we have to go ahead and hire vendors, if we have to hire a security company, if we have to hire consultants, we're allowed to give them enough information to help us give the services to our customer. And so that's really the gist of it. I'm not really sure what they're getting at. I think that Mega, like any good corporate citizen, is privacy with responsibility, not complete anonymity.
Yeah, that's how it is. Couldn't have said it better.
Luke Chandler again, Kim. If Barack Obama and Chris Dodd were watching now, what would you say to them?
Players, how you doing? Won the election? Nice. I don't know. I would say come to the table, let's talk, let's fix this. That's what I would say. Let's fix this.
Oh, hi, Kim. Bridget from Radio New Zealand here. Your funds are frozen and your assets are frozen.
Yeah.
How have you paid for the development of the site and the launch this evening?
Well, fortunately, we were able to attract some investors. So when we presented our idea to them, they were willing to help us start this company. And Tony Lentino here, I want to say a little bit, I want to say a few things about this guy, because this guy is amazing, okay? When I was still in jail, I was locked up, he came and paid, my rent, a part of it. I mean, who does that, right? This guy is awesome, and he owns a very successful internet business based in New Zealand. And, he has invested a lot of his money into this startup together with, another investor from Luxembourg and another one from Australia. And together, we, created this amazing startup, which looks like a success, at least, in the first 14 hours or something. And if the site is not attacked again by the US government unfairly, and if there are no efforts made illegally to shut it down again, I can tell you that this is going to be a very large internet company at some point in time.
I've got a follow-on question then for you, Tony. What does this mean now, work-wise for you? How does your day-to-day operation go, running this?
Yeah, well, I'm in as an interim CEO. I mean, I've been here and worked with the boys, and they're an amazing, I've just loved it. incredible. They've inspired me. And, you know, I've helped the guys in various areas, you know, to formulate this, and I've reached out in my business. We're an internet domain company, and I know a lot of the industry. We've connected a lot of that industry together to come in and in support. There's a lot of players in the background that are also helping. You know, a lot of my staff are here tonight. We have, you know, we have offices in Napier and Melbourne, Australia. And, you know, the team are there to support this company. They're right behind it. Everyone's motivated, and they're all in.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Here.
Hi, I'm Davina Paredes, and I'm the editor of CIO Magazine.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm responding from one of our readers on Twitter, and he was asking about a security question.
Yes.
He said, has your technology been peer-reviewed, and what auditing has been done?
Yes, that's a good question, and I think Matthias, who is our encryption expert, is happy to answer that.
The encryption concept is documented on the site, and the client-side code, which is responsible for all crypto operations, is open source, and we expect the security community to take a long and hard look and comment on possible weaknesses and implementation errors.
So what's important is this is open source, so anyone can look at it. No one has to believe us that this encryption works. And if anything in the code is identified that they think isn't right, we can modify it. This is a community effort, and on our side, we invite people to have a close look, and anyone who can come up with something that allows us to make it even stronger, we are happy with that.
My name's Timmy Nader from Yono Hats. This isn't really a question. I'd just like to say to you all, well bloody done.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Just a quick one about the encryption. I deal with a lot of young kids, and they ask me, they hear about military grade this, military grade that, and it's, you know, mega upload when it's running and things like that. I say it is almost like military grade. Would that be true? It's secure.
Again, I think Matthias can answer that. He always has, great mathematical examples of how hard it is to crack. So.
Well, to crack the key by simply trying all possible keys is definitely impossible. The universe is not old enough for that. But that's not the main point in the security chain. The key management and the key transfer is usually the weakest link when using encryption. And we believe that we have come up with a smart solution to handle that in a user-friendly but secure manner.
Just a comment, not a question. Friend here just said, good on you guys, and I would just like to say that, in my opinion, mental valor is actually not forgetting that you're right, or believing that you're right without feeling the need to prove somebody else is wrong. And it doesn't matter at the end of the day how many times you fall down, but really what matters is how many times you get up. So good on you guys for getting up again and for inspiring a lot of people who I think are just looking at all this and going, wow.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Hi, Tim. Dan, long time follower and first time here, obviously. Thanks for having us. The hors d'oeuvres were fantastic. Really like those little burgers.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were great.
Good.
So just tell us a little bit about your music career, because there was a rumor going around that you were going to headline the main stage at Rhythm and Vines this year, and that didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, I wanted to do it, but see, here's the thing. I think I have too much exposure in the New Zealand media, and I think people are getting tired of it. I am getting tired of seeing myself in the news, so I can't imagine how a lot of New Zealanders feel. And I thought if I do that right after I have done this mega Christmas play, people might just feel like, what is this guy doing? Is he a media whore? Or, why is he going from one event to another? So I can tell you this, after this today, I'm going to take myself back much more, and you will see much less of me because it's not healthy. I want to have a good relationship with New Zealanders, and I don't want them to see me as someone, who is using the media. I have done good PR work, I think, for this launch and to get the message out that Mega is here and that's my job. But I don't want to stress my relationship with New Zealanders too much by being in the news every day. The next time you hear from me will probably be when I'm in court fighting my case. If it comes to that, I'm going to take myself a step back.
So will we be seeing you at Rhythm and Vines on the main stage this year?
That would be New Year's next year, right? So it's a long time away from now. I think I can do that, definitely. Yeah. Are there still any more questions? No? Well then, thank you all very much for coming to Coatesville, New Zealand today. I really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it too. And wish us good luck. Thank you.
The war for the internet has begun. Hollywood is in control of politics. The government is killing innovation. Don't let them get away with that.
I have a dream, like Dr. King. This is the time to stand up and fight. By any means, if we don't do anything, they will just blame it on the copyright.
Keep this movement going. Keep this movement tweeting. Keep this movement moving. The pursuit of happiness. 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 The pursuit of happiness.
Let's get together, let's all unite, or they will do whatever they like. Let's get together, let's all unite, or they will do whatever they like.
What about free speech, Mr. President? What happened to change, Mr. President? Are you pleading the fifth, Mr. President? Are you going to fix this, Mr. President? We must oppose, don't vote for those who want to take us back in time. We must expose the people who chose to turn innovation into crime.
Let's get together, let's all unite, or they will do whatever they like. Let's get together, let's all unite, or they will do whatever they like.
What about free speech, Mr. President? What happened to change, Mr. President? Are you pleading the fifth, Mr. President? Are you going to fix this, Mr. President?
Hollywood marionettes taking over our internet. Don't let them get away with that. Don't let them get away with that.
It starts with you and me. We will make history. It starts with you and me. We will make history.
Let's get together, let's all unite, or they will do whatever they like. Let's get together, let's all unite,
President.
Keep sharing the song. If you can't block, tweet. If you can't tweet, like. But by all means, keep sharing.
But just this song.